Hi Tubiers, Ron here, and I am a new Mavic Mini owner. I've purchased this thing back in January of this year, say 16th, and I've been so happy with it. You've probably seen a ton of videos out there already with different guys that know a ton about these things. They're all drone experts. I am brand new to the drones. I've never had one, never owned one. The last time I did something remote control was when my son was very young, and I mean just remote control cars. So getting used to this guy was yeah, so-so. I mean basically I found it actually kind of easy. So probably because I watched so many videos on it, and I think I've done pretty well so far with flying it. There's no cracks on it anywhere. I still have all my blades, so yay. But today I actually got up early and decided to, push the gym off till later on, which I haven't even gone yet. But and I actually went to Jupiter, which is I don't know, one of the towns that is close to me. I live in Florida, Treasure Coast area. So I wanted to get some footage of the water, a lighthouse, and the inlet to see what kind of boats were out there, just the scenery. So that's what the next following clip is going to show, is me launching and flying around the Jupiter Inlet area. So if you're not familiar with that area, it's kind of cool to look at. If you're familiar with it, it's still cool to look at because it's just, a great area. I don't edit any of my clips, so you won't see any, just, cool scenes that look like, wow, how did he do that? I just fly around. I mean, if the scenes are cool looking, it's just me flying around. I didn't cut anything out. I didn't enhance any of the colors or whatever. And I explained that all in the video, so I'm not going to get too much into detail there. I just wanted you to know a little bit about me. I'll post occasionally when I think, it's something cool or whatever. It's just something to watch. So if you're like me and you're contemplating on buying one of these things, I'd say do it. Because I mean, and I'm not just saying the Mavic Mini. I mean, there's probably so many out there that are really good. This one here, I just lucked out on. I think in watching the videos and seeing what I was looking for, the GPS feature, the size of it, and everything. So, yep. Well, you're gonna really growl during my session on here on YouTube. My first debut, and you're growling. What? Yes. So, dog. Not girlfriend. So anyhow, hopefully you enjoy the next video, and there's no crashes or anything like that. Yay, my unit is still not wet, so I was flying over a good body of water and I didn't land in it, which is good. So hopefully you enjoy the video. Thumbs up, thumbs down if you like it. Ain't gonna hurt my feelings really. But yeah, my basic videos that I throw out there are just pretty much to help the new guys. The advanced guys ain't gonna probably see anything in here besides, the occasional oh wait, yeah, I've seen that before. That's happened to my drone or whatever like that. That's why I don't cut anything out. So hopefully you enjoy the next clip, and I'll post them when I do something cool or whatever, even if it's just not cool and it's just something to do out of boredom, whatever. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye. Hey Tubias, welcome back. Found my location after a couple of hiccups and a grumpy old man that was not too fond of me flying near him. So hey, I found a secluded spot and finally got to take off with the Mavic. So here we go, first launch over some water. There's a few boats around and stuff. Still a little leery because obviously that's salt water there, and I'm sure if I plunge in, it'll be the death of the Mini. So, for all you newbie guys, my return home height was set, and I always keep mine a little over 100 feet, and I don't really have anything in my area that's compares to that. So, always make sure that's set right. So, once you start going, you don't have any issues, because you're gonna push it. You're gonna see how far your mini, your mini goes, and you're gonna lose a screen. Very common for the screen to go blank on you, and I've had it where the whole app shuts down. And I believe it was this flight where it'll spin around near the inlet that the app shut down on me. I'm not sure why it does that, and that's why I was a little aggravated, because originally I was recording. I had the screen recording on where you could see all the flight data and everything that I was seeing, you were seeing, but unfortunately my Galaxy S7 for some reason doesn't have enough storage space or something, that it didn't, this video was so long, maybe, I don't know, that it wasn't able to open that file. So I'm basically using my power director to narrate what's going on here, so unfortunately we have to take it from there. So anyhow, here we go, and we're just flying over the basic park here. This is all along right before the inlet goes out. A lot of people, little kids and stuff, will stay on this to the right hand side. There's like a little cove in there where it's shallow and the kids will splash around, snorkel, do their thing. The whole area is beautiful. If you haven't visited Jupiter at all, definitely would be the spot that you probably want to come and see. As the you can see here, the scenery is just phenomenal, and I don't use any filters. I don't edit the video. I don't enhance the colors. So what you're actually seeing is completely the Mavic Mini on its auto EV exposure level, and you know, yeah, I'm not doing anything here besides flying the drone. So for the newbie guys, definitely, I'm going to say this is a fantastic drone. You don't have to know a super lot about flying drones, and you can actually have a really good time with this guy. The most freakiest spots is the spots where you run into where you lose a screen or your app shuts down and you're just like, wow. If the drone is out of sight, which right now, unfortunately, the drone is out of my sight. I'm just using the screen to drive it around. That's actually the inlet right there. We're coming towards the end of the inlet, and you'll see that shortly here in the video, it'll pan around and it actually starts doing a return to home. When that happened right there, I'm just seeing a blank screen, and it's basically doing its beep and saying return to home, because in this one here, it actually the app might even have shut down at that spot. I don't know, but either way, don't panic. I mean, go through your little things or whatever like that. The Mini, because you can fly the Mini without using a phone. So just because your phone screws up or whatever, or it closes down on you, if you, like I said, the return to home, if that's correct and you have your height set right, it'll come back to you. You just hopefully, you know, some of the areas where you launch from, you want to make sure that, you know, if, you know, it lands in a good spot at the end of the day. But once again, you can cancel the return to home, especially when you got it in your view. You can cancel it out and then basically take control over it again. And that is, you know, definitely huge, because I've launched from some really tight places before where I was questionable with that Mini coming down, if it was going to hit anything on the way down, like a tree or whatever it may be. So, but so far so good with the Mini, and I'm actually in control of it again. It did the return to home, and then I canceled it out. Now I'm just flying like directly in the middle of the channel here, because I'm kind of hoping to see some boats coming by. I never get too low where, because at this point here I still can't see the Mini, even though honestly I should be able to see the Mini by now, but it's so small that it's so hard to see. When you got it at a distance, I mean, this little guy can camo in. So I'm using basically, even though I'm looking up and down and seeing if I can see it, I'm just using the screen to fly this thing at this point. And if my screen went black on me at this point, I would definitely shoot the thing way up in the air. Even though I'm plenty high enough at this point, I'm right around 50 feet, I think. Unless, you know, Godzilla was coming by or something like that, I don't think I would have hit anything. So, and that's what I tried to, you know, you got to use some common sense when you fly these things. Obviously, you don't have peripheral vision. You can't see kind of what's on the side of you. You can't see what's behind you. So you're just, when you're using this first person view, you're just seeing what's coming at you. So make sure you're high enough so if something comes from behind you, assume that they can't see it, just like you might struggle to see it, or you can't see it. So I mean, always just put it in your head that somebody else can't see it either. I panned down a couple of times looking at the boats. These people, I mean, I think if they would see it, they would actually look up, maybe wave or something. So even though I'm looking pretty close to these boats, I don't think anybody even notices that this Mavic is flying around out here. It's like, it's that small and tiny that people, they might even think it's a bird or something. Now, basically, I'm heading towards the lighthouse, which you see off in the distance there. Once again, keeping my horizon very minimal there. I don't like seeing too much of the sky because it'll actually totally blacken out what I'm doing on the ground details. So. But coming up here, the shot of the lighthouse, I actually should have stopped and snapped a couple of pictures, because you can do that and then you have to go back into recording mode, I believe, after you do that. But definitely would have been worth snapping a couple of pictures of the lighthouse when I was there. I mean, I'm sure I can pull them out of the video, cut them out and have a picture that way, but I mean, these are like $1 million shots right here. I mean, that's just, you know, when I seen that on my computer, I mean, it's a lot better when the screen's bigger, but when you look at that image on the computer, you're like, oh my god. I mean, the detail, the coloring, everything. And it amazes me that I didn't have to enhance anything. I'm just kind of using whatever the mini shoots, that's what you're seeing. And you get I mean, if you're not familiar with an area, or even if you've been living in an area for a long time, this aerial view, excuse me, gives you such a new concept of how everything is. I mean, some of you guys may play with, like, you know, Google whatever, Earth or whatever, and actually get details that way, and, you know, but I mean, when you're actually flying this thing around, it's just like, kind of like when you're in a boat. I mean, and you're actually cruising around a boat, jet ski or something, you're seeing a whole new, different atmosphere of, you know, the area, and you're getting the same thing with this Mini. When you're flying it around, you're seeing a whole new concept of the area around you. This is one of Jupiter's drawbridges. There was another drawbridge that I attempted to fly under, but my range was a little iffy, so I didn't chance it. Coming in right now, we're looking at Utiki, and you can see, you're going to see like Utiki, you're going to see the jetty, square grouper and stuff. They all have boat parking, so if you guys, you know, not familiar with the area, you're on a boat, I mean, they have boat places here, like slips where you can, you know, pull in, get something to eat. This place, day or night, Utiki, is phenomenal. Weekdays, I think they're open at 4, and then after and weekends, they'll open up, I think, around noontime. But yeah, really good place to eat. Prices are decent. I mean, you get what you pay for, and that place is good. This next one that we're gonna fly over is the jetty. More of an expensive joint, I guess you want to say. And I actually like Utiki better. But the jetty, definitely in a higher class place to eat on the water. And then the building that we're gonna fly over now is a newer building. That's a like a dock not a dock, but basically like a wharf that leads out. You can take pictures on there. People rent this place out for like weddings and different occasions and stuff, brand new. Now we're coming into newer construction, and I'm really not even sure what they're putting here. I never looked at the signs. I drove by them, but I don't even know if they say what's going there yet. But it looks like it might be a decent place, whatever it is. I don't know. Hopefully it's something good, because this is like a lot of restaurants in this area. To the right, across the street, you have Guanabanas. And once we get over this new construction, you have the Square Grouper right there, which is another phenomenal place if you like. I mean, they basic food, drinks are good there, and you can actually watch bands at this place. So they'll have a lot of good local bands that will play here, and you can have some entertainment while you're relaxing by the water. So definitely a good spot to go. That's right there is the grouper with all the trees around it. Give you that tropical atmosphere. And you can see, just looking in the water, you can see the depth level of the water kind of. It goes darker, it's, you know, deeper, the lighter areas of the shallower parts. And straight ahead, those complexes right there is actually where I'm flying from. I'm basically out by the water there, and yeah, I'm just basically looking at my screen, flying this thing all around. This spot here, I never took it out of cinema mode, so my speed was only probably about 9 miles an hour, I believe. But that boat leaving is what I was trying to hone in on. But obviously at 9 miles an hour, I wasn't going to catch him. So you'll see me scooting towards this boat, but I end up spinning around from there because I think the thing does a return to home or whatever. It loses transmission and ends up spinning back around. P mode, position mode, I think would have caught the boat. I know I would have blew by the boat in sports mode, but I was just so excited to be flying it around because, once again, I never shot this area before. Most of my shots have been out of the backyard, so I was just kind of glad flying this thing around here. Yeah, I mean, definitely, you know, this video is almost over. Some of you is probably saying thank God, but I mean, you can see the beautiful scenery and stuff, and yeah, I could have enhanced this and cut out a bunch of stuff and made this look like the perfect little commercial. And I just wanted, basically all the videos that I post will be the actual drone footage. I'm not going to cut anything out. It's going to be whatever problems I incur, you're going to see them. And hopefully I can figure out that screen recording mode so you can start seeing the flight data as well, because I know that was important for me. And when I was looking to purchase a Mavic Mini or whatever drone I was going to purchase, that flight data that they would pull up and show in their videos was, you know, very impressive, because you didn't have to take somebody's word for it. I mean, basically you had the data right there that you were looking at. Those guys were all on a morning fishing adventure. This is all taking place at, you know, in the morning. It's probably about not even 8 o'clock yet at this point. So you guys are going, and there's the return to home spin, and she's raising up to her 100+ feet and coming back. Thanks for watching, guys. I should have more videos coming up soon, and hopefully you'll get entertained by them as well.